Today is November 6, 2013. I am Beatrice Kessel, Special Magistrate for the City of North Miami. The purpose of this hearing is to determine if a code violation exists at your property as observed and cited by a code enforcement officer of this city. If the city is not able to prove its case, then I will dismiss the case and you may leave. These proceedings are being recorded, therefore all persons who are speaking should do so one at a time to ensure that all testimony is clearly audible on the recording device. If English is not your primary language, then please inform me when I call your case. We have a translator who will assist you during the proceedings. When your case is called, the property owner, agent for the property owner, and any witness that you may have should come forward to the podium on the left side of the room. When asked, please speak directly into the microphone and say aloud your name, your business or mailing address, and your relationship to the property. If you are not the property owner or an attorney representing the property owner, then you must present a notarized power of attorney affidavit in order for your testimony to be taken on behalf of the property owner. For new cases, you will be asked for the record if you are aware of and understand the violation that is being heard today, and do you understand what is required to resolve the violation? Please answer accordingly. If the city will present its case first, and then the property owner will be given an opportunity to testify on their own behalf, to bring forward witnesses to testify, to present evidence and photographs, and to cross-examine the city's witnesses. Following the case presentation, I will issue a finding of fact on the case. If I find that a violation of city codes exists or existed at your property, then depending on the case type, I will set an abatement date for the violation to be resolved. Or for repeat violations, I will impose a daily fine amount. For new non-repeat cases, my order will include an abatement date by which you must resolve the violation, and a daily fine amount that I may impose at a future hearing date should the violation not be resolved by the abatement date. If I find sufficient cause to postpone enforcement action at this time, I will table this case proceeding to another hearing date in the future. If you do not agree with my finding of fact and or ruling, then the property owner may appeal the administrative order on the case to the circuit court. An appeal must be filed within 30 days of the date of the execution of the administrative order to be appealed. In accordance with Florida statutes, if a person decides to appeal any decision made by the special magistrate with respect to any matter considered at these proceedings, then the person will need a verbatim record of the proceeding. This record includes the testimony and evidence upon which the appeal is to be based. The cost of obtaining the verbatim record shall be the sole responsibility of the appellant. Are you okay? Okay, where was I? The cost of obtaining the verbatim record shall be the sole responsibility of the appellant, and it is recommended that persons who plan to appeal their case should provide their own court reporter at this proceeding. Pursuant to city codes, if the City of North Miami prevails in prosecuting a case before the special magistrate, the city shall be entitled to recover all costs incurred in prosecuting the case. The current cost assessment amount is $100 per case. Once the city records an order that imposes a fine and authorizes a lien against the property, then the city will charge additional administrative fees to record and release the lien. Now, if you're giving testimony today, please rise and raise your right hand as Mr. Graham issues the oath.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're giving testimony tonight in the case, please rise. Raise your right hand and take the oath. And then remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony about to give in these proceedings will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Please say I do.
If you can, please remain standing for the oath of allegiance.
Please join, place your hand on
Pledge.
the heart and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of our country. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. May be seated.
Mr. Graham, if you could please announce if there are any additions, corrections, or deletions to the hearing agenda, please.
Yes, Your Honor. We do have a number of cases that have complied or will be postponed. Agenda item number 1, Angela James and Amos Thomas Jr., case CEBRD 2013-00011, has complied. Item 3, BPI Group LLC, case CEBNP 2013-00066, is off the calendar, and we will recite this to the new property owner. Item 4, Christina Ludis and Louis Yan, case CESOD 2013-00017, has complied. Item 5, Christina Rendick and Christian Moberly, CEBMP 2013-00074, is postponed to December. Items 6 and 7, Dalgas Pennon, case CELDR 2013-00015, and CEPFY 2013-00186 are both postponed to December. Item 8, David Delvart and Valerie Delvart, CEBNP 2013-00058, is complied. Item 9, Destine Latorture, CEPFY 2013-00193, has complied. Turning to the next page, item number 10, Eliezer Carello and wife Jonas, CEPFY 2013-00163, is complied. Item 11, Lori Renzetti Jr., CEEXP 2013-00125, is complied. Item 13, Fleetwood Real Estate Investments LLC, CEPFY 2013-00154, is complied. Item 14, Franklin Joseph, CEMHO 2013-00046, has complied. Item 15, Gary and Marie Antone Lafal, CEBNP 2013-00048, has complied. Item 16, Gus Marshall, CEEXP 2013-00147, is postponed to December. Item 17, Jean Florinor, CEBNP 2013-00092, is postponed to December. Item 18, Jeffrey Daniel, CEGANK 2013-00092, has complied. Turning to the next page. Item number 23, John and Tyla Dopazzo, CEECS 2013-00003, is complied. Item 28, Maybelle Lilienfeld and Robert Lilienfeld, CEIVY 2013-00182, has complied. Turning to the next page. Item number 29, Martin Wilson Renard, CEEXP 2013-00148, has complied. Item 30, Mayor Ran, CEODS 2013-00076, is complied. Item 31, Naomi Williams, CEPFY 2013-00188, has complied. Item 33, Nestle Jeanville, CEEXP 2013-00137, is complied. Item 34, Ray Miller, CEIVY 2013-00214, is complied. Item 36, Seydou Duvel, CEETR 2013-00035, has complied. Turning to the next page. Item number 41, Tyler Duchesne, CEBNP 2013-00039, is complied. Item 42, Wednell Dorville, CEIVY 2013-00195, is complied. And the last item is item 44, Yvette Va Villas and Dormilis Demi. CEMHO 2013-00049 is postponed to December. Those are the amendments to this evening's agenda.
Thank you. May call the first case.
Okay. The first case tonight will be agenda item number 12. Agenda item 12. Felix Cohen is the property owner, and the property address is 1925 Northeast 118 Road, case CEBNP 2012-00109. Ladies and gentlemen, if we call your case, please come forward to the podium, which will be on your left. And also, if you have cell phones, please set them on silent or vibrate. Thank you. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Would you please state your name for the record and your relationship to the property?
My name is Felix Cohen. I'm the owner of the property.
Thank you, Mr. Cohen. Your Honor, this is a case that was opened by Code Officer Ivy Kierson on November 8, 2012. It was adjudicated October 2nd, 2013, and the abatement date was November 5th, 2013, regarding a boat lift. The fine amount has already been established, and in this case and all the other cases being presented tonight, the city is seeking adjudications on each case unless you determine otherwise. So we'll begin with Mr. Kierson giving a status report, and then we'll give you, Mr. Cohen, an opportunity to ask any questions or to make any comments.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Kierson.
Ivy Kierson, City of North Miami Code Compliance Unit of the North Miami Police Department. Property address is 1925 Northeast 118th Road. This is a case for BNP for a boat lift. There are no life safety issues on this property. As of today, the permit still has not been obtained by Mr. Cohen, but I spoke with Mr. Cohen today earlier, and he has expressed that he is going to remove the actual boat lift instead of pursuing having it permitted. I'd like to allow Mr. Cohen to explain further what he intends to do and the reason why he's changed his mind.
Okay.
Mr. Cohen.
I've been trying to get a permit to install the lift for over a year. It's a very, very tough process. In the last few weeks, we were very close, but the person at the DERM office disappeared. So my expediter told me, you know what, we have to start from with somebody new. And there's a new person. She's very nice. She's really trying to help us, but it's still going to take time. I received the how do you call this? The order to comply, and with the penalty as of today of $500 a day. And I decided that I had enough already with this. And I hired a marine construction company. They're scheduled to remove the lift. I have a letter from them stating that they will be on the property sometime this week, no later than Saturday. And my intention is to remove the boat lift. They're going to keep it, and they're going to sell it for me. So I understand after talking with Mr. Kierson that by doing this, I'll be all clear.
Yes, because that's all he needs to do is remove the lift because it was never permitted. And like he said, he had been trying to get it permitted. He did actually go and get a permit from Durham, and he was going through the process, going through the Army Corps engineers.
Why would he have to start that process over if he had already been in contact with someone and he has submitted all the necessary paperwork and
Well, I think what he told me.
I did not start completely forward. I had the Army Corps already. I was only missing the DERM on the letter that the expediter sent me, but this is the final step in getting your boat lift permitted properly with an after-the-fact permit. It can be quite a lengthy problem. The time frame we have been working under is not unusual, over a year. It's just the lady was in charge of the file at Durham.
Have you had an opportunity to review the letter?
Yeah, this I think you had. I sent it to you also, and
This is from the permit expediter.
yes, that's fine. And if you want to look at this one also, that's a new one. But if I can tell the story from the beginning, I bought the house in 2005. At the time, there was a lift on the property. I didn't have a boat. I didn't need the lift. A year and a half ago, I decided to buy a boat, and I wanted to use the lift. The people told me that the lift was not in good condition, so we replaced it. We didn't get a permit because I understood that this was an existing lift, and I was repairing it, replacing some parts. Then I got into the violation. I met with Mr. Kirsten, and Mr. Kirsten did the investigation, and he told me that the original lift, which was installed prior to me buying the house, was installed without a permit, which I had no idea. I bought the house. I didn't realize that the lift was not permitted. So I had to start and get a permit for after the fact. And that's when I started the process over a year ago.
Counsel?
Your Honor, the city would have no objection to allow him an additional stay so that he can remove the boat lift, and if he complies, then he can advise Mr. Kirsten, and it won't be heard for the next hearing. But we would request court costs for today.
Good.
All right, sir, how long do you need?
Well, the contractor in the letter, he told me that by Saturday it should be done. So
Okay,
if
so
they show up on time, hopefully it should be done by next week. The job in itself, it takes a day.
all
It's
right.
just we have to be here when they say they're going to be here.
All right, so why don't we table it? Are we going to be able to table it for 30 days? And basically, if it's done, then you contact the code enforcement officer and he will take it off calendar.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Well,
All
I
right.
appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Sure. And the court cost for today is $100.
Okay.
Okay?
And when do I pay that now? Or you get a bill?
Not-
or?
We will send you an invoice.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
The next case is agenda item number 2424. John F. Jelke for the property address is 11410 North Bayshore Drive, case CEBNP 2013-00033. This is Code Officer Ivy Kearson's case, which was open on May 4th, 2013. It was adjudicated July 3rd, 2013, with an abatement date of August 6, 2013. It was last heard on October 2nd, in which the case was tabled to this evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Please state your name for the record and your relationship to the property.
Jerry Goodkin Dossing, Mr. Jelke's general contractor.
Thank you. Mr. Kearson will give us a report, and then
Ivy-
if you have any questions for him, you can ask or make a statement to the court.
Ivy Kirsten, City of North Miami Code Compliance Unit of the North Miami Police Department. As of today, the permit application has not been submitted. There's no permit on file, but I understand we have some good news today.
Yes.
We have our
From what I
plans.
can see, yeah.
I have my permit application.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to go into the building department tomorrow and submit everything and start the permit process.
All right.
So I have no objection to tabling this for another maybe 2 months.
It'll go to February because we don't have any hearings in January.
So February, 3 months to see.
Let's see how far we
Yeah.
get, because we have,
Yeah,
I don't have any control over the permit process.
yeah.
All right, we'll
We
reset
concur.
it. We'll reset it to February.
Thank you. I'll
Thank
give
you.
you updates.
I would recommend, Your Honor, to adjudicate court costs for today's hearing since we've been here so long, so many times, and
Thank
I think
you.
we've always waived your court costs, but I
No, I
think
don't think we've ever waived it.
I don't think we've.
I
ever-
believe we have.
We have?
Yeah.
We have.
Okay,
So,
Yeah.
let's be fair.
Yeah, let's be fair.
okay,
Thank you.
Okay.
all right.
How much is your car costs?
100.
Okay,
We'll mail an invoice. Thank you for your appearance tonight.
mail it to Mr. Jelke.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right, the next series of cases will be agenda items number,
Thank you.
I think somebody's presenting Mr. Fitzell's cases tonight. Agendas item 19, 20, 21, and 22. The property owners Joel Bertholin for the property address 13705 Northeast 5th Avenue. The first cases will be agenda item number 19, case CEEXP 2013-00149. This case was opened by Code Officer Fitzell on August 21st, 2013. The case was adjudicated last month on October 2nd with an abatement date of November 5th. Good evening, sir.
My name is Joel Betulian, and I'm the owner of the property on 13705 Northeast 5th Avenue.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
What we're going to do is let the code officer explain the circumstance and give a status report. And then if you have any questions for him, you can ask or make a statement to the magistrate. Thank
Okay.
you. Mr. Clark.
Yes, Wayne Clark, City of North Miami, code compliance with North Miami Police Department. This is a series of different violations on the property in reference to the property conditions, which entails the exterior paints of the property in need of paint, which has no compliance, which is case number 00149. Ending in 00149, we have case number 00 ending in 00041 in reference to the roof conditions, which is in still a leaking status and has not been repaired. We also have a case ending in 00040 in reference to storing and housing oversized vehicle on the property, a small cargo truck, which is not in compliance per Officer Fitzel. And then we also have one left as zone prohibited use. He is subdivided. The home is supposed to be zoned as a duplex, but the house is does have a third unit attached to it, and it is still in the same status as it was when we first opened the violation. So with all four cases, and please note in the record, the last one was a zone prohibited use violation ending in 00026. All violations have not been cured to date, per Officer Fitzel.
How come I see that there were adjudications on 149041
Wait a minute.
and 040, but not 026? Do I know? Okay, yeah, I see it. I missed that. Okay, so it's already been adjudicated, so
Yes.
nothing has been done since
Has been corrected.
since August? Is it August? August 21st?
Yes. August 20th, he initially spoke to the owner that's present today, and August 21st is when he opened all of these violations up on the property. I believe, if I recollect correctly, I was at that address with Mr. Fitzel back then, and I did note the findings of today.
All right. Mr. Bertulian, do you understand what the violations are?
Yes, Magistrate, I understand the violation, but the reason why the violation not been corrected because Officer Fitzel and him at the time they went to the property, I have an old tenant who used to stay at the property. She came back to the property and I agree with the new tenant I got there. They was fighting, and I tell him to call the police. The police come. Officer Frizzell make the police arrested me by saying that I pulled the gun in the tenant. I was in jail. How I'm gonna fix the violation if I'm in jail? While I'm not there, he keep putting violation in the house every day. He know I'm in jail because I get arrested one in the front of him and him. They was in the car together because they are the one.
No. I was not there.
Okay, there was another one there with you. He called the police in the radio and tell the police I pulled the gun in the tenant. That's a lie. I will never do anything like this. But the officer come, they arrested me even though I got a permit for the gun, a concealed weapon permit. I go to jail the same day. So I spent 21 days in jail. How I'm gonna fix the violation in the house if I'm in jail? And the tenant told me every day he passed by to the house, keep putting violation, looking in the yard. And I don't know if you've been friends with the tenant who used to stay there. He been in the tenant house every day talking to them, tell them what to do. He even write a letter to them to go to the judge, the eviction. When you take him to the eviction, he tell them what to tell the tenant what to tell them, because even though the house is in foreclosure, that's nothing to do with the tenant. That got to do between me and the bank, because the city still gonna get pay his taxes even though house is in foreclosure. As an inspector, you give me a code violation. I understand I have to fix it, or if I don't, I have to pay a fine for it. But that's not your job to go to my house and tell the tenant, do not pay me rent because the house is in foreclosure. I don't think that's fair. And he put me in jail, and he keep put violation in the house. How I'm gonna fix it if I'm not there?
Good question.
Mr. Clark, do you have any pictures of the property?
Oh yeah, of the violations itself and the property with the 3 units. Yes. And for correction, I was not there. I visited the property thereafter. All of this took place. I was not around when he went to jail, when he allegedly pulled a gun or whatever took place between him, Officer Fitzel, and his tenant. So I want that to be known on record.
When did you go to jail?
I think it's on the 11th of last month. I think I spent 21 days, and then
That would have been September?
Yes.
Well,
And he talked to me about the truck I put on the side of the house, and I tell officer I'm gonna send the truck to Haiti. I know by the city code I cannot leave the truck right there. Can you give me 15 days so that I can remove the truck? He told me no, I'm gonna give you 10 days. I said, well, the boat gonna leave to go to Haiti in 15 days. At the same day I was talking to him, because the tenant coming from my yard and argue with me, he used the radio in his car and called the police. So if he said the statement, of course I'm gonna get arrested. I don't know what kind of relationship he have with the tenant, but as his best friend. And he go back to the house I own in 127 Northeast and 5th Avenue. He go to that house. He looking at my house. I got the car parked in the front of the house. Because of a flat tire I have in the car, he come and put a violation for a flat tire I got in the car. I said, the officer, the car have insurance on it, and the tag is okay. All I'm going to do is change the tire in the car. He asked me to remove the car. And he go again and say, oh, your fence need to be painted. I think he gets some revenge against me because I kicked the tenant out. I don't know what relationship they have together between him and the old tenant, but I think he's doing some revenge on me. Keep putting fire while I'm in jail. And you know about it.
All right, Mr. Bertulian, how long do you need to paint the house? Now that you're out, you have your roof is leaking. That needs to be repaired. Did you remove the Mitsubishi?
The truck?
Yes.
I'm going to remove the truck by Friday to the property.
Okay.
And the roof, the inspector, no, I cannot just go up on the top of the roof and fix it. I have to call the insurance company to make a claim. All that going to take time to be fixed. Why you keep on giving me fine, this process taking time to get done? And the house is not that bad as he say I have to paint it. If you go to the neighborhood and looking at the house, send somebody, it's not that bad as he asked me to do it.
Let me look at the photographs.
I'd like to resubmit the photos for the record, showing the defendant first.
We also have the fact that you converted the duplex into a what is it, 3 units?
No, I did not do that. I only closing one door from the house. I don't build no unit in the house. I close one door and I went somebody like a roommate, a room. But that's not convert to it. We got a house, you can close a room, you went somebody a room out of it. That's only what I do. If it's illegal, I'm going to open the door like I told him. I'm going to open the door, I close, and leave the house to one unit. I did not build anything like adding a room, and the room already exists. All I do is close one door and rent the room to somebody. So when they don't want to pay you rent, they know the inspector number, they know everything to do.
Well, you have recourse. You can take them to court.
I'm going to do that because the other day he saw me on 125th. I'm going to let the court know that. He's like he harassing me. He used the horn in his car, boom, 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 to make sure I see him.
Okay. The officer is going to show you the photographs.
Is this your truck?
Yeah, this is the truck.
Is this the northeast side of the house in the rear?
Yes.
That's the door in the rear to this side?
Yeah, to this side.
Okay. This is supposed to be the roof inside the 13705
Yes.
unit.
There's a little leak right there.
damage?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is the exterior walls of the house, I think, which is
Oh, they're asking you to speak into, you want him to speak into the microphone? Okay. They're not able to hear you back.
Okay.
Is this the exterior walls on the, I think, the east and north side of the house?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
These pictures were taken October 2nd.
That's what the report history
Really?
says. I hadn't had time to go through all of them one by one and detail for detail.
Were there recent pictures of the property?
If it's not in compliance, I'm assuming that it's in the same condition.
Oh, did you go and look at the property?
No, Ed Fitzel, when he looked at the property today and told me today around about 3 o'clock that the property was not in compliance.
Your Honor, based on the lack of evidence, I'm going to ask that we move this item to the next agenda and allow the city to properly present a case.
So done? So
Thank
moved.
you.
No action tonight. Thank you for your appearance. We'll send you another notice to come back.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right. Your Honor, if you're ready to proceed, we'll go to the next case, which will be agenda item number 39, Ms. Christie's case. The property owners Tanvir and Abida Hussain. For the property address is 12725 Northeast 11th Avenue, case CEBNP 2013-0083. This is a new case opened on September 10th, 2013. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. My name is Tanvir Hussain. I'm the property owner of 12725 Northeast 11th Avenue.
Thank you for your appearance. What we're going to do is let Ms. Christie explain how she came to your property and what she saw. When she's finished with her testimony, we'll give you an opportunity to ask any questions of her
No problem.
and or make a statement to the magistrate.
Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Christie.
Vita Lynn Christie, Code Compliance, City of North Miami Police Department. This is a new case in regards to windows and doors that were installed at the property. This was actually started back in July when I issued a ticket as I observed the people workers working at the property, installing the doors and the windows. After that, I got an opportunity to meet the property owner, told him of the violation because I had only issued a ticket at that point and requested that he take the necessary steps to come into compliance. He requested additional time, which was given to him. I do have photos of the original state of the house. dating all the way back to today. And he's obviously here. I did post the property with notice. I did also look at the permit records. He did have his contractor put in an application yesterday. However,
I did.
oh,
Yeah, I
I'm
did.
sorry.
Yeah.
There's not much to the application because it hasn't started the process just yet. As in, they're needing for the contractor to actually put in a fee sheet. I do have pictures for the record, which I would like to put into evidence.
Sure, show it to Mr. Hussein.
Yeah.
Sir, you were just showing some photos. Do they accurately depict
Yes,
your
yes.
property?
Yes.
Thank you.
Actually, what happened that I bought a house in June, and I was thinking to just remodel, and I gave the contract to one contractor, all in one properties. And I was thinking he has license and everything, and because I'm not from United States, so I didn't know that the city rules and regulation. That's why I hired a contractor which know everything. He has license, and I didn't know that what is his intention. And he changed the windows and the door without permit, which I didn't know that I supposed to pull the permit or not. I knew that I'm giving the case to the person who knows everything. He has contact license and everything. He will do everything properly. But certainly he did everything without permit, and I got the ticket. I spoke with him. My title company told me that you got the ticket, you have to talk to the city. Then I spoke with him, and I was thinking he's very professional. He will, oh no problem, I will tackle this case, I will go for appeal and this and that. By that time he was asking me more money. He was not doing anything. I told him that I cannot give you money unless you finish my work. And by that time the date was passed. He said I'm not gonna do your work anymore. So I went to the city, and I figured it out. He didn't go for appeal. On top of that, he didn't pull permit for any window. So I spoke with Christy. I went to her office, and I spoke. You were also there. So I didn't want to have any problem from city. So I spoke with her, and I decided to pay the fine and go for the process. So since that day, I spoke with another contractor, and he told me that the proper way is to I went to the city and pulled the permit. They said this is not proper permit, so you have to bring the specification of the windows and noise and everything. So I spoke with Christy, and I told her that I'm going to do this process. And day before yesterday, I got the plan, and me and my contractor went to the city, and we pulled the permit, and they still have to give their license number and everything. So I hope everything will be fine within the process time with the city in the city. So
You said that was done yesterday,
yes.
Miss Christie?
Yes, well,
Yes, I have receipt for that.
Okay.
he actually just submitted the paperwork, but as he says, he submitted the paperwork. The work that is actually being done at the property, he can't pull permits by himself for that.
I
No.
thought he said he and his contractor went down and went. Did you say you were in?
That's what I thought too, because I know they won't accept a application of this
Yeah.
magnitude with him, but he told me he went by himself. So that's why I'm repeating that. I assumed he went with his contractor because of the work, but he said he did.
No, we went together.
Oh.
I told you we
Different
went
thing,
together, and we pulled the permit. So it's gonna be after the fact. The lady told me. So their processing time, I cannot tell you that when it's gonna be finished, and it's gonna be in the process.
Okay. The city is
It's
actually
not
waiting
only-
on them right now because they put it in the paperwork what they mean by the fee sheet is the contractor has to submit what they're going to be using or what they have used to accomplish the job for a price.
Sir, who is your contractor?
It's Joshua. His name is Joshua.
That's his first name, his last name?
Yeah, but he
Is he a licensed contractor?
he has licensed person, but I gave him the job, so he gonna pull the permits by,
But did he pull? Do you have a copy of the application or something?
I gave them yesterday. I don't have it with me.
What do you
In the
have
city.
with you?
Yes, I have receipt.
Do you or does your contractor understand what the city is asking of you?
Yes.
Okay. And how long is he in the process of working on getting the city the necessary paperwork?
Yes.
Okay.
It's tomorrow. They're gonna pull the plan, because we are also doing one addition bathroom, which I told Christy also. So there is plan. So it's gonna be submitted tomorrow.
Okay. Because you understand, we're asking the questions to make sure that you understand what's being asked of you. Because I'm tempted to give you more time because I feel like you were taken advantage of. But at this point, you should be well aware as to
No,
process and what's needed,
Mhm.
so that when you come back here, and if you have to come back here, I'm hoping that it'll be resolved. But if you have to come back here, then we're sure that we're not going to start over. We need you to be clear on what it is that you need. And to the extent that you're not able to go back to explain it to your contractor, you need to have him call Miss Christie so that she can explain it to him.
Okay.
Could we also just put on record, if I may, we just asked the question, does your contractor have a license? And he said that he's going to be turning in or presenting the license. That's the same thing that happened with the prior contractor. He didn't have a license either.
All in properties, they don't have license. I didn't know that.
I didn't hear that.
I have the contract signed by All in One Properties, which he's not willing to do anymore, which he did everything without permit.
Okay.
So I'm going to sue him after finishing my job, because I'm spending a lot of money in my job to fix that problem.
Right, but we're making sure that you're not repeating the problem. That's why we're inquiring as to whether or not this new contractor has the proper license.
No, I will not let them do anything unless I will see the permit.
No.
I will not let them touch my property unless they have permit ready for that, because I already got this experience, which I am here right now. I'm facing the problem because of him.
Okay, we don't want you to wait until you get denied the permit. We want you to look into it to make sure that this contractor is licensed.
Okay. No. I will check tomorrow, and I will. But city cannot give us the permit unless the person is not licensed, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, you can't even submit the application and get it accepted. Well, you gave them the paperwork, and that's why that paperwork that you have is just for them to accept the paper to even look at it.
Rahima told me that you need to provide us the license and the insurance and everything. So which means that they cannot issue the permit without the proper person.
They can't start the process.
Yes. So there is no question that they can give me permit without any authorized person.
You probably should not be paying any more money just now until you know for sure that you're dealing with a licensed contractor.
I got it. No problem.
Okay, sir. So how long do you want to?
I don't know how long the process is going to take, because as of right now, the city is actually waiting on him and the contractor to bring the necessary paperwork back to the city.
Well, let's reset this sooner rather than later so that we have an idea as to where we are. So let's reset it for 30 days. Sir, we'll see you back here in December. That's actually December 4th. Okay?
But what about if the city reject the plan, then we have to resubmit it? Because I pulled the permit not only for the windows, I pulled the permit for additional bathroom and AC. So maybe they're gonna take time on. Maybe they can reject the plan, and it's gonna require additional time. So it will be better give me some more time. So that will be.
No, we want to come back in December and see how far along we are. Because we need you to do the work.
Yeah, we
Get the ball rolling. So we need to come back sooner rather than later to see where we are. Okay?
All right.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Your Honor, I believe there are no other property owners, agents, attorneys, powers of attorneys, but we do have a few additional cases that we will hear. And I'll ask the code officers to come forward, and we'll go through the agenda. We'll thank our city attorney for being present tonight
She is
and
just too
offering
happy to leave
assistance.
us.
I am very happy to leave you.
And we want to thank our translator and Officer Ferris from the police department. Thank you for your appearance tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay. We're going to just call these in order. We'll go back and to the agenda item number 1. Agenda item number 1. Actually, wait a minute. Let me take that off. That was complex. If you would speak this. Sorry. Agenda item number 2 is Officer Clark's case. And this is agenda item 2, Barnesdale Holdings, LLC, for the property at 142527 Northeast 131st Street, it's a duplex. Case CEMHS 2013-00009. A new case opened on September 26, 2013. And this was to repair requested items on rental unit 1425, a stove, a drain, a bathtub, kitchen, cabinets, electrical outlets, and some issues on the roof of the second building and electrical to water heater. Mr. Clark. MHS 09, Barnesdale Holdings.
Wayne Clark, City of North Miami, Code Compliance with North Miami Police Department. This is a case that was called in as a tenant complaint against the landlord in reference to the living conditions of the apartment unit. And also let it be noted that the property is not homesteaded. It's in reference to the kitchen conditions, the bathroom conditions, the electrical conditions, and a broken window in the front main entrance of the property. I tried to get in contact with the landlord, which is a corporation. They never responded to my call. They did get proper service, noting that the certified card came back signed. And I did visit the property on yesterday to do a re-inspection, and to date there has not been no corrections and no contact from the landlord. I'd like to submit the photos for the record.
Reviewing photographs that were taken on September 27th, 2013. You said you went back. When did you go back?
Yesterday, about 3 or 4 o'clock.
And you're saying no repairs have been done?
None whatsoever.
Is it in the same and similar condition
if not
as
worse?
it was?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and I also see the green card returned. It was delivered on 10, is that 10/25?
I think it might be right. Yes, I think it is.
That's 10/25.
I really don't know because it's not legible to me. So if you say it's 10/25, it's 10/25, but I know it's 10/20 something. So.
All right. Based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer, I find that the violation does exist. I find given good notice, the property owner have failed to appear. I hereby impose a daily fine amount of $50 per day with the abatement date of December 3rd, 2013.
Next case is agenda item number 4. Agenda item 4. The property owner is Christina. Excuse
4?
me.
I don't have 4.
That's complied.
Oh.
All right, agenda item 25, code officer's case against Karen M. Herrera for the property 1583 Northeast 131 Lane, case CEPFY 2013-00150. This is a new case opened on August 28, 2013. Mr. Clark.
Wayne Clark, City of North Miami Code Compliance with North Miami Police Department. This case is in reference to continuously parking on the front prohibited area of the yard. They've been sent several letters in the past in reference to the same thing, given options, but decides to keep parking the vehicle on the front yard. And also take note that the property is homesteaded, and the property was posted on October 17th, and the notice to appear was mailed on October 21st, 2013. I would like to submit the photo for the record showing different dates that the same vehicles continuously park on the front of the property. And you can also see where there is hardly any grass left on that area.
Okay, I'm reviewing photographs that were taken on 10/16/2013, 11/6/2013, 11/4. Same red truck. Based upon the unrebutted testimony and evidence presented by the code enforcement officer, I find that the violation does exist. I find, given proper notice, the homeowner has failed to appear. I hereby impose a daily fine amount of $25 with an abatement date of December 3rd, 2013.
Thank you. Item 26, item number 26, Code Officer Kirsten's case against Karina A. Lopez for the property address of 2210 Northeast 131 Street, case CEAPR 2013-00040, a new case open on September 12, 2013. Code Officer Kirsten.
Ivy Kirsten, City of North Miami Code Compliance Unit of the North Miami Police Department. This is a new case. This case was cited for under abandoned property registration ordinance. Property owner is Karina Lopez. Address is 2210 Northeast 121st Street. This is a non-homesteaded property, and there are life safety issues on this property. I initially cited this property back on the 12th of September, sent out a violation letter on the 16th. There was no compliance. They still have not registered. I posted the notice to appear on the property on October 16th at 9:57 a.m. And like I said, as of today, they still have not registered. I'd like to submit the photos for the record.
You said there were life safety issues? You want to tell me what they are?
Yes, this case came before you once before with the
Yes.
front overhang, you remember?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is the same property, still has not been repaired,
Mm-hmm.
and the property is abandoned and, well, is vacant and has been for some time now. And under our new ordinance, all abandoned or vacant properties must be registered with the city.
I do remember this case. Didn't we take any actions on this?
They have a running fine for it, but as far as us going out to repair it, no.
Okay. All right, so that's what the city needs to do. Right?
If
We
you
need
want
to-
to issue an order to have us do that, but I don't know. I'll let Mr. Graham.
Your Honor, what would happen is the city, this would have to be referred to the city's building official, who would have to make a determination whether he would file a case with the Dade County Unsafe Structure Board.
Okay, because this thing looks like it can come down at any time.
You
with any strong
can, you
wind.
can, Your Honor, you have the authority to make recommendations as to maybe put up a fence, secure the property, because it is vacant. You can order the property to be secured by the city at the property owner's expense to prevent, this is a nuisance, and prevent somebody from going on the property, maybe a child, a teenagers, and all of a sudden something collapses. And
Correct.
It's
so
across the
you
street
you
from the
can
school.
certainly order the city to take all efforts to secure the house. And
And that's my order at the
Okay.
expense of the owner. Yes.
Oh, that-
At the
that-
owner's expense, I'm sorry.
And that is to secure the property?
Correct.
Okay.
in addition, this is a new case and would require an adjudication. In
Yes.
addition,
Yes, I
yes.
do. I do find in favor of the city. I do find that the violations still exist, and including court cost.
and do you want to set a fine amount at this time? Should the property owner not bring this house into compliance, or do you wish to set
I guess
it
that's
at the next
where the
hearing?
confusion came in. Okay, so we're treating this as an entirely new
This
new
is
case.
a new case.
Okay.
Separate section of code.
Since September, there's not been any. Okay, yes, $200 a day.
Thank you. Okay. 27. The next case is agenda item number 27, Code Officer Clark's case, City versus Lionel J. and Brenda M. Kelly for the property address 13910 Northeast 17th Avenue. Case is CEIVY 2013-00187. The case was opened on August 22nd, 2013. It was last heard on October 2nd and tabled to today. Code Officer Clark.
Wayne Clark, City of North Miami, code compliance with North Miami Police Department. This was a prior case in reference to an inoperable vehicle on the property, which had flat tire. As you know, the owners were giving another month to take care of the violation, and to date, I was out there at approximately 12:30, and the vehicle's in the same condition. Displaying flat tires, and I'd like to submit the photo for the record, and saying that there's no compliance today.
Your Honor, through you to Code Officer Clark, was the property posted, and did you receive a green card?
Yes, pardon me. The property was posted with proper notice, and we do have a certified card return signed.
Thank you.
I'm reviewing a copy of the photograph taken on this date. I'm also reviewing the certified receipt or green card signed, delivery date 10/22/13. Based on the unrebutted testimony and evidence presented by the code enforcement officer, I find that the violation does exist. I find that given proper notice, the homeowner has failed to appear. I hereby impose a daily fine amount of $25 with an abatement date of December 3rd, 2013.
Thank you. Next is agenda item 32. Code of. Did it comply? 32?
You said 32 is complied? Oh.
Okay. Agenda item 32 is complied. We'll pass on that. Go to agenda item 35, Code Officer Christie's case. This is a case again for Raymond and Chrismine Dulcine. For the property address is 1280 Northeast 135th Street, case CEMHO 2013-00027. This is a case that was opened on May 10, 2013. It was last heard September 4th and tabled and postponed to today. This is for a roof leak, the ceiling falling in, a roof repairs needed. Ms. Christie.
Vidal and Christie, Code Compliance, City of North Miami Police Department. The property, again, is still occupied. As previously recorded, I did bring another officer with me to the property that spoke Creole, so we can explain clearly to the property owner what was required in order to meet compliance. She did state that she understood, and I gave her a few additional days before actually hand delivering the notice to appear for tonight's hearing. She also signed the green card and it was returned. However, she's not present. And she has not made any additional contact with me in order to show me that she is making...
I remember this case. I remember the facts of the case. I remember she was very adamant that the job was done properly because you can see it.
Yes.
I remember her testimony, and I remember us trying to explain to her what she needed to do to bring the violation into compliance.
She did make a statement while at the property, however, that the house is in foreclosure. So she asked us if she should have appeared, if she should come. We told her we were not able to make that decision for her. Mm-hmm. So apparently she has probably made the decision for herself.
Okay. All right. Based upon the unrebutted evidence of the code enforcement officer, I find that the violation still exists. I find that given good notice, the homeowner has failed to appear. I hereby impose a daily fine amount of $25 per day with an abatement date of December 3rd, 2013.
Okay.
Thank you. Next is agenda item 37. Item 37, Code Officer Wilcox's cases against SFRH, SF Realty, Rental LP for the property at 175 Northeast 127th Street, case CEBMP 2013-00069. A new case opened by Code Officer Wilcox on August 13, 2013 to obtain permits for interior renovations. Mr. Wilcox.
Yes, Officer Wilcox, City of North Miami Code Compliance Police Department. This property was cited August 13, 2013 for interior demolition inside the property. They completed the property was posted with notice to appear. October 17, 2013. And I do not have the green card on file. Yes, I do. I do have the green card on file. Now, the property was cited for interior renovations. What they did was they gutted out the whole unit there. They installed they were doing electrical, plumbing, structural, mechanical items in there. I was able to take a few photos, and I did speak with the investment group that is over this property, and her name is Miss Redna, and she agreed to pull the permits before this court hearing. However, as of today, there's no permits on file. I'm gonna submit the photos into record.
Reviewing photographs that were taken on August 13, 2013. I'm sorry, I missed something. Did you go back? Have you seen the property since you took these pictures?
I couldn't get in there. I was lucky to get in at that time. So I was only able to take photos at that time there. So the property is locked now. So there's no access to get inside of there.
Okay. And when you made contact with, is it Miss Retna?
Right.
Okay, that was last month?
Correct.
All right. Okay, and you said you reviewed the dock is, no permit has been pulled?
Right.
No
Right.
application?
Nothing's
Okay.
there.
All right, based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer, I find that the violation still exists. I find given proper notice, the owners have failed to appear. I hereby impose a daily fine amount of $50 with an abatement date of December 3rd, 2013.
Okay.
Next case is Code Officer Kirsten's case, agenda item number 3838, against Susan Ulrich for the property 2505 Northeast 135 Street, case CEAPR 2013-00042. Case was a new case open on September 27, 2013. Mr. Kirsten.
Ivy Kirsten, City of North Miami Code Compliance Unit of the North Miami Police Department. This is a new case. Property address is 2505 Northeast 135th Street. The owner is of record is Susan Ulrich. This property is homesteaded. There are no life safety issues on this property. This property was cited for failure to register an abandoned or vacant property. Sent out a violation letter on 9/27. Property still to date has not been registered. I'd like to submit the pictures along the file for the record.
All right, I'm reviewing photographs submitted by the code enforcement officer dated 11/6/2013. Okay, and you said it was posted and
I'm
notice?
sorry.
Tell me about notice.
The property was posted on October 16 at 11:43 a.m. Have not received the green card.
Posted and was sent via certified mail?
Yes, it was sent certified mail, and posted. The notice to appear was posted on the property October 16th at 11:43 a.m.
All right. Based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer, I find that the violation does exist. I find good notice. The homeowner has failed to appear. I hereby impose a daily fine amount of $25 with an abatement date of December 3rd.
Next case is agenda item number 4040, against the Eccleston Group for the property at 515 Northwest 121 Street, CEBNP 2013-00093. A new case opened by Code Officer Dumond on September 27, 2013. The case will be presented by Ms. Sanders.
Code Officer Sanders, City of North Miami Code Compliance Office, Division of the North Miami Police Department. As stated, this is a case that I am hearing for Officer Dumond for a building without permit. I'm showing here that this violation was brought to his attention by the neighbor across the street that saw some construction work going on back on September 27th. He did visit the property and noticed a lot of work. He took some pictures. I am showing that it is a non-homesteaded property with what I may consider some life safety issues. He did post the property with a notice to appear on October 16th at 9:57 a.m. Me and Mr. Dumond visited the property this morning and looked in the computer system to see if any permits were obtained. At this present time, no permits have been submitted to the city. I do have pictures if you would like to see.
Yes, please. Reviewing photographs that were taken today, November 6, 2013. They've done a lot of work in here.
Yes, as we looked at the house today, the entire house appears to be gutted out. There are some pictures from the back that he took on September 29th that shows the work that was started. But again, as of this morning, about 10 o'clock when we inspected, the entire house was gutted. You can see that there's some electrical work that's being done, some dry board.
Right.
But yeah, the entire house is in disrepair and needs permits.
And you said the property was posted for this hearing?
Yes, I am showing, per his affidavit of service, it was posted on December 16th at 9:57 a.m.
October.
I'm sorry, October. I'm saying October
Okay.
16th.
You're way ahead of us, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to Christmas.
All right, based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer and the evidence presented, I find the violation does exist. I find given proper notice, the owners have failed to appear. I hereby impose a daily fine amount of $50 with an abatement date of December 3rd, 2013.
And according to my records, the last case this evening will be Code Officer Kirsten's case, agenda item 43, against Yolanda M. Concepcion for the property at 1900 Keystone Boulevard, CEAPR 2013-00041. New case to open on September 23rd, 2013. Code Officer Kirsten.
Ivy Kirsten, City of North Miami Code Compliance Unit of the North Miami Police Department. This is a new case. Property owner of record is Yolanda M. Concepcion. Address is 1900 Keystone Boulevard. This is a non-homesteaded property. There are no life safety issues on the property. This property was cited for failure to register a vacant or abandoned property with the City of North Miami. Sent out a violation letter on the 24th of September. No compliance. The property still has not been registered. I posted the notice to appear on the property on October 16th at 10:09 a.m. Letter was sent out to them by certified mail. I'd like to submit the pictures for the record.
I'm reviewing photographs that were taken on this date, November 6, 2013, of the property. Now, the other cars are covered. They look like they've been there a long time. But this car, is this your vehicle or is it
No, which one?
the Mercedes, the black
no,
Mercedes?
No, that's their vehicle. It actually came from another property, but it's been there for a while.
Has it? Okay,
Yeah,
because
it has.
I'm not seeing much dust or anything that would.
Yeah, it's been there for a while. I think we just had a rain shower. Probably washed some of it off.
Okay. Based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer and the evidence presented, I find that the violation still exists. I find, given good notice, the owners have failed to appear. I hereby impose a daily fine amount of $25 with an abatement date of December 3rd, 2013.
Your Honor, that completes the presentation of cases for this evening. We have no old business or new business, and it is now 7:20 p.m. If it be your pleasure, we will adjourn for the evening.
So adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll get the orders to your office as soon as we can.
Great. I should be back here tomorrow morning just to train with, is it Benjamin?